In 2025, people in the rich world will inherit some $6 trillion, and it's mainly thanks to baby boomers. Governments publish hardly any data on inheritances, so The Economist has collected academic estimates of the annual inheritance flow across several countries. This is the total amount that's passed on to heirs each year in property, cash, or even art. In 1900, as people passed on estates and vast stock portfolios, inheritances were worth over 20% of GDP in many countries. But then, the value of inheritances fell.
The greatest war the world had known.
The stock market buckled and crashed.
After the First and Second World Wars, the value of wealth relative to national income collapsed. People weren't left with much to pass on. In more recent years, though, the value of inheritances has started to rise again. The wealth of baby boomers explains a lot of this increase. They came of age at a point when stock markets and housing markets began soaring.
If you've been trying to buy a house lately, the chances are that you haven't been able to find one.
Now they are passing on their estates. It's an enormous flow of assets. In America, for example, baby boomers own half of all net wealth. But why are boomers so wealthy? Part of it is that economies have become richer, and so the amount of wealth has gone up naturally. But economic growth has also slowed over time, even as housing markets and stock markets have continued to boom, and that's pushed up the ratio of wealth to incomes. People are also living longer, so have more time to build up their portfolios. What's more, family sizes have been getting smaller, so there are fewer people to share money between. And inheritance taxes have been going down, with some places, such as Australia, Canada and India, having abolished them entirely. This might not be a problem if everyone was inheriting, but wealth is far less equally distributed than income, meaning that what your family has is increasingly important for determining your own standard of living. A new inheritocracy is being born. The inheritocracy is not all about the uber-rich. The typical heir is someone inheriting a normal house or the proceeds from its sale. But this is enough to create a big gap between the haves and the have-nots. Many people won't receive anything, either because their family had little or because their parents will need the money for care in old age. This inheritance frenzy is not slowing down. Our calculations suggest that more baby boomers will die and pass on wealth each year until 2036. And if the housing and stock market booms continue, there will be even more to pass on. Over the coming years, the world could see the emergence of an inheritor class who can simply live off the money they receive. So here's some economic advice for you. Be nice to your parents.